Like, I feel like he crying out and saying what he really crying out for and about. Like, make that happen, man. Like somebody get MJ and Scottie together, because if he feel like he need that, like
it ain't gonna happen, bro.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draymond Green Show with my dog, BD. What's happening, my brother?
What's up, my dog?
Just chilling, bro. Before we get into this episode, subscribe to the Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis so you don't miss any episodes.
That's right. Follow the show on all social media platforms at Draymond Show so you don't miss none of the announcements. Now, we got to start with the tweet, bro. After the Washington Wizards game, Jordan Poole said, I love those guys over there. I love most of those guys over there. And then you respond with a tweet that says,
I really am sorry.
I really am sorry. Why did you respond to that?
I responded because, like, it's been 3 years. Like, let's move on.
Where's the love?
We moved on. Like, we're supposed to move on, man. I really am sorry. Right. Like, it was that statement was kind of like it was looking for some sympathy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I kind of keep wanting to make me out to be the bad guy. Move on, bro. Like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't have punched him. But it happened. Like. Let's move on, man. I even apologized to his parents because I got his dad popped off one time on the internet, and I went back at him because it was just like, bro, why you popping off? And I actually didn't like myself for it because I wasn't even on that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I kind of let him get me off my square a little bit because I've said what I said about it. You know what I'm saying? Like. I kind of go
it's
back.
It's over, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's over.
I be kind of going back and forth with this on like, I'll be kind of in between on certain days like, yo, I know I was wrong, but you can't call a man a B word and push him and not get hit either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I kind of
word.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of sit in both of those spaces sometimes. And like the reality is, the answer is probably somewhere in the middle, right? Like, I shouldn't have knocked him out like that. If anything, I should have hemmed him up. Kind of was just a natural reaction. So the reality is, like, I probably should have hemmed him up or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the answer probably in the middle.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, after the fact. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do after the fact, right?
Facts.
You can think about and say what you did wrong, but in that moment, like, man, we done seen plenty of teammates square off and fight. So you done seen fights in the league. It's a whole YouTube highlight of just people, getting down and thumping, and it happens.
It does.
It happens. It happens in practice when you're competitive. You have that competitive spirit. But at this point, I really am sorry is another public apology to just move on. Like, okay, I get it. I get how Jordan Poole feel. Okay, he gonna love some of the dudes and he not.
That's fine.
Right. But that's fine too, but it's over. It's over.
No, I ain't gotta announce it.
Over.
Like, I think the whole
you
world
don't want
knows.
to tie to your legacy. Like, it's not a legacy thing. This is not a part of like the legacy, This is more so like some sidecar shit that's just a part of like
that part.
The brand.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of the brand. But like, I think for him though, like, you kind of bringing that back up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do that, you just bring back that moment up on yourself. Like, you just kind of got to move on and just keep it pushing, man. So,
you got to let it go. At some point, he got to let it go so he can get back to being who he is.
That part.
So And that's all it is.
That's it. You know.
But anyway, moving right along. What's up, Dub Nation? We got to talk about this calf. How you feeling, boss?
Man, I'm feeling solid, bro. You know, it's gotten better each day. I had an MRI, I got a little small tear. That I think it should heal pretty fast. Some are pretty fast healer. So it's getting better. It's getting better each day. It's crazy because it's the same calf that I had the problem with from the back thing. But I knew right away, as soon as I walked to the sideline, I told Steve, it's my calf. Like, it's my calf. Like, and then I told Rick in the back, I'm very confident that it's my calf and it's not coming from my back. Though, like, it feel like a calf injury or like a muscle injury, you know what I'm saying? And so it's not as sore as it was. It's not really sore at all. Like, it just hurt on like certain steps with movement, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But it's not really sore in that way. So, you know.
But you gotta be careful.
Facts, you know, the calves ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, I was playing in the G League. I was having my best game. Come down, pop. Oh, fade away, come down on my calf, tear my calf. It's over. I said, I'm not coming back.
That was it.
Right. That was it, you know, because every time I kept trying to come back, it was never. We play on our toes and on the ball of our feet, and so a lot of like our power and force is all about leverage and jumping, right? So you know that's calf work, Achilles work, you know, good quad work. So you know you have to be careful when them little tears, and people don't understand this. Like a little tear that hurts when you're trying to explode. You know, so we wish you well, man. We want you to get back.
I appreciate it.
Take your time. Take your time. We need you on the court. Also, the Warriors, they have the Sacramento Kings up next tonight. Are you surprised how the Kings have responded to Doug Christie leading the charge?
I'm not very surprised because I felt like Mike B just kind of lost the guys, and I think a large part of him losing the guys was the amount they were practicing. And so I think, you know, just a lot of guys kind of start feeling a way about that. And so, you know, they got talent. That's the same team that took us to Game 7 a couple years ago. But added DeMar DeRozan, like, obviously that should help. And so I'm not surprised at all, knowing what they're capable of. And I think Doug has probably made those small fixes with practice and, you know, more Malik minutes. You know, the whole 6-man thing is cool, but all of a sudden we need to get our best guns on the floor, you know? So I think he's just done some things that
minor tweaks.
Yeah, minor tweaks that was right there in their face. But most importantly, you got guys playing hard for you. And that is the challenge in the NBA as a coach, just to make sure you got guys coming out and playing hard. And when you got guys look like they playing for you, that go a long way. So Doug, keep it up, and he gonna find himself with a job moving forward, not just an interim coach of the Sacramento Kings, because one thing's for certain, he's put the time in. When it comes to that organization, Doug Christie has put the time in just about probably more than anyone involved in the organization, including the ownership group. So, you know, he keep winning and doing what he's doing. He's going to have him a job moving forward, and it'll be well-deserved.
I like to see that. And what you said about practice, right? Sometimes you can be a good team, but you can practice too much. So when the game comes, you start to play like you practice. And, you know, there's a fine line to walk as a coach, and also a fine line of stubbornness, right? When you got a team like that, because sometimes you don't need to practice that much, and guys need to just keep getting in shape, keep getting their rhythm, keep getting their flow. But if they have to wake up and think about practice, that's what the whole Iverson practice. But you got to understand, waking up and thinking about practice, right? You're not thinking about the game. You think about the practice after the game. If you're going to get a day off, you know, messes with the team psyche. And so unblocking that, automatically your vets, they going to start showing up more. Then putting your best players on the floor, right? That's the most obvious thing. And so shout out to Doug. You know, like you said, he's been with the Sacramento Kings from damn near since I've been in the league. Mm-hmm. You know, a tough competitor, smart, was always versatile, but he stuck with that organization through thick and thin.
Yes, sir.
And for him to have that opportunity to do that, you know, he's a fierce competitor. He's smart. He's knowledgeable. And when you got buy-in from, you know, DeRozan and Fox, right? We have Fox on the show. You know, you see a different kind of swagger about them all. So, you know, as long as he allowed that to happen, I think that's going to be clutch. But I also want to ask you about, you know, the difference in the coach, right? Mm-hmm. Mike Brown, excellent guy, great coach, but usually in times like these, you see teams respond.
Yes.
Right, to new coaches. Just talk about being in the league and seeing that, you know, also not having that, right? Having that stability, what that means as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's crazy because I always tell people, like, I've been very fortunate in my career to be here for 13 years because I am not one that's keen to change. Like, I do not like change. I don't like keep my stuff the same. And
right.
And so to not have to go through that throughout the course of my career, where you got some guys that got to coach every other year or two, I feel like I would struggle with that a lot. Right. You know, even if it's team to team every other year, like I struggle with that because I just don't adjust to change well. And so to have like this is the thing that you do the most. This is the thing in your life that you end up having to spend so much energy and focus on, that to have to make that adjustment every year drive me crazy. And and so I'm very fortunate that I haven't had to deal with that. But when you look around the league, the teams that have the consistency are usually the teams that do best. And the bad organizations that switching coaches every year, every other year, it usually don't work, you know, and the proof in the pudding is right there in your face. And so, you know, if you even look at teams around the NFL that has had success, Steelers coach, same for many years. Andy Reid in Kansas City, been there for many years. Bill Belichick was with the Patriots for many years. You know, when you look at the coaches that have done well, they've been there for many years. And so as players, we need that consistency. Like, you don't want to be adjusted to a different playbook, a different set of coaches, a different philosophy every other year or two. And so I think, you know, when for the guys in SAC, it's kind of like that happy medium, whereas you got a different coach, but Doug has been there. And if I'm not mistaken, Doug was there even before Mike Brown got there on the coaching staff that was there prior to Mike Brown getting there, if I'm not mistaken. And so
I do believe that.
You know, that is still a level of consistency for them. It's a consistent voice that those guys have heard for years. And it's not like it's just some huge change, foreign change, that a voice that they haven't been hearing for many years. And so it makes a huge difference, man, having that consistency. And like I said, I speak about that from experience. I haven't had to deal with much change. I've changed coaches one time in my 13 years.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then talk about like those minor adjustments, because in that change, it was a couple of adjustments. And now, you know, people give credit to Mark Jackson about the foundation he laid. But when the coaching changeover happened, that's when the Warriors took off. And, you know, talk about minor tweaks, right? How if you can fix that Rubik's Cube and get all the colors working and the patterns right, you have something special. And I think, you know, I want you to talk about that as far as coaching, because, you know, being with Kerr, winning championships, your loyalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just having that brain trust with that dude as well.
Yeah, for sure. So even if you look at like some of the minor changes that have happened, and we've been speaking about the Kings, so in their space, like I said, starting Malik Monk, getting Keon Ellis more minutes, putting more trust in here, giving him more confidence, more consistent minutes that he's getting, right? Like that's one of the big changes for them. Moving Monk into the start lineup, that's one of the big changes for them. For us, when we switched coaches, we were, we went to the playoff 2 years in a row. And some of the tweaks that Steve brought in, like Mark Jackson did do a great job of laying the foundation. But just when Steve came in, the offensive changes that he made was everything for us. Like our defense was really, really great, and they had got that to an incredible place. But the offensive changes that Steve brought in, the ball movement and player movement, and our offense was a lot more stagnant before Steve came. And so I think just him making those changes, that changed everything because it unlocked a lot of stuff for us. It unlocked the floor for us. And so, you have philosophical changes like that, where Steve come in with some principles of the triangle, but not quite running the triangle, And I think, so that was kind of our changes. And then obviously when Steve came in, I also became a starter. And so that was a huge change.
It unlocked your potential.
It unlocked my potential, and it also unlocked just different things about our offense. Like I play different than D. Lee, you know what I'm saying? And so it just unlocked some different things in our offense that really allowed us to take off.
Yeah, agreed. Bulls and Lakers are following the Kings. Honestly, I think we should beat the Bulls. Shout out to my boy Lonzo Ball back on the court. We got to get him on the show. But I want to talk about the Lakers, specifically Anthony Davis. How tough is this to slow down a player like AD? We know he's had an MVP. He was an MVP candidate earlier in the season, definitely an all-star. But I want you to just talk about like the Warriors, Lakers, Draymond Green, AD matchup, because that's always the most critical matchup in this series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to beat the Bulls. We've been struggling. And even the games that we think we're supposed to win, we've been struggling in. So we can't overlook anybody. And then also when you're coming off a back-to-back, that's always a tough game. I don't care who you're playing against. And we will be coming back home on a back-to-back, headed back from Sac. So, you got to take all of that stuff into account. Nonetheless, you got to go win the game. I don't give a hell. I give a damn what's going on or what the circumstances are. You got to go win the game. And so that will be our focus. But just even looking ahead past that one to the Lakers at the end of the week. AD is tough, man. AD, one of those guys. It's funny because when AD first came into the league, AD averaged 20 points with no sets ran for him. And so he's one of those guys that he can just get it within the flow. You don't even have to feature him. He's still going to be getting it. Obviously, they feature him quite a ton. And, AD he can put the ball on the floor. His post game is, got great touch around the rim. His midi, shooting the three better this year. So AD's a tough cover, man. He's a tough cover. Most guys, you're either too slow and he's put you in space, or you're too small and he puts you down on the block. Obviously, we know what he's capable of defensively as well. I wish I would be out there for that game. You always love playing against the greats, BD, as you know, man. Like, just when you get to have the opportunity to play against the AD or play against LeBron, like those caliber guys, they bring the best out of you because if you don't, you're going to go out there and you're going to get embarrassed. And so I'm pissed to miss this one. I've had a lot of battles with AD, and it's always fun. Like I said, it requires you to be on top of your game. Because you come in there half-stepping and sleepwalking, it's going to be a long night. And with guys like that, you got to do your work early because you let them get off to a great start. You're trying to put out a fire for the rest of the night.
Yep.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Speaking of those guys, Brian just said that they don't have much room for error on a nightly basis, the way their roster it's constructed. And I know a lot of people, it's like, oh, Bron calling out Rob Pelinka right there. Which I didn't take that. I didn't take that as necessarily a call out. Like,
he
just
is.
don't got much room for error.
He is.
You think they need to make a move though?
Yeah. Okay. Let me put my basketball hat on. If I was a part of the Lakers, LeBron James needs to be the point guard.
Interesting. That's an interesting.
AD needs to be the person that is highly featured in the offense and roam free. It will release Austin Reeves, right? Playing LeBron at this point in his career, he's a great passer. He made great decisions, and you're not tiring him out. So he really going from free throw line extended to free throw line extended, and long rebounds, pushes on the break, things like that. He'll be able to create this like the Lakers don't get enough fast break points. So the way they roster is constructed, it don't matter who they go get. They are going to struggle, right? Because they're always looking for the versatile 3-4. You had Cam Reddish, you had Vanderbilt, you had Christian Woods, you had you have all these guys, but I think really they all play the same position LeBron play, and that's that 3-4 swing. So if you take LeBron out of that 3-4, right, and put him at the point, then it'll allow those dudes to have you'll figure out which one of those dudes had the ability to step up and fill in that 3, that 4, when AD go to the 5.
Yeah, no, I think I still didn't take
but
that.
But I felt like I just helped the Lakers. Yeah, I felt like I just helped the Lakers. And help my boy JJ Redick. If he want me on the staff, that's cool. But, I'm better just watching on TV and giving suggestions.
A lot of film watching to be on that staff, man. A lot of film watching. Let's go around the league a little bit. We're going to move around the association a bit. Russ is playing great in Denver, man. He's 15-5 as a starter. 2 of those losses came versus elite teams without Joker. What do you think about Russ's Bruin resurgence this year? And really just with the opportunity he's been given, because the reality is he's always played this great when he's had that been in that position with that opportunity. But what do you think about just the way he's bouncing back this year?
One, resiliency. When you think of Russ, you just think of resiliency. Always, he will figure it out. Once he figures it out, once he's able to play Russell Westbrook basketball within the confines of the team, he's always positive. It's always a positive outcome. Yeah. And so having somebody like Joker is the perfect match for him, right? Because he loves dishing and rewarding the big guy, and he's never had a center that plays point guard that allows him to do what he's great at. That's backdoor cuts, get on the offensive glass, right? All those little things from a point guard perspective put so much pressure on the defense.
That's fact.
Right? Because imagine you playing Joker out on the 5, shot, he shoot a 3. He can just shoot a 3 just to shoot one. It's Russ down there, right? He is a bona fide rebounder, right? And he's a force in the inside. So when you look at backdoor layups, passing, cutting, coming off a pick and roll, getting in the middle of the lane, even if Russ is missing, you got Joker there tipping it in. So, and playing above the glass. So I think that for Russ, perfect fit, right? For Denver, they found their elevated version of Bruce Brown.
Yeah,
that's right, and that's what they missed. I said that. I said that's what they missed last year. Yeah. They don't have that dog that can just go and make some shit happen. Yeah. Outside of Joker, outside of Jamal Murray, they don't have that idle person and playmaker. Now you got that with Russ. and he connected with Joker, man, they gonna be serious in the playoffs. I know that.
Yeah, no, they are for sure. I don't think anybody gonna want to see them during the playoffs. With the way Russ playing. I mean, Russ is playing so well that they've had like they're bringing Aaron Gordon off the bench, and Aaron Gordon was having a career year, shooting the ball at an extreme clip, and they're bringing him off the bench because Russ has played so well and their team has played so well with Russ in the starting lineup. So
yeah, they back to being versatile, right? They back to being versatile, and that's what they needed. Recently, Jalen Williams said there need to be a third all defensive team and 2 defensive player of the year awards. What is your reaction to 2 player of the years? I know when I go to the international players ball, right? You can't have 2 players of the year. You know what I mean? You gotta have a player of the year.
So check this out. I can agree with him. I'm cool with the third team, third all defensive team. That makes sense. You got 3 all NBA teams. Why wouldn't you have 3 all defensive teams? I'm cool with that. I'm rocking with that 100%. The second or 2 DPOY awards, are there 2 MVP awards? No, there's not. So I don't understand that. I get what he was getting at, which is
I understand too.
There should be one for the guards and one for the bigs, or one for like the weak side shot blockers and like lockdown award, something like that.
It should be lockdown award.
Like I see what he's getting at, and I understand what he's trying to say. Didn't quite come out the right way, and so which means it's not very accurate. Like one is totally fine, but
you can't have 2 player of the years, baby.
You know what he also should have said, BD? What he should have, I think what the battle cry should be more of is just like who's actually voting. Because again, the award can't go to someone every year and then a week later you can't play in a playoff series. Like that don't work. And so I think the argument has to be voting process of who actually is doing the voting. Not quite. There's 2 awards. That just can't happen. I get what he's getting at. No, sir, that don't work.
Yeah, I think it should be another defensive award that is of equal value to Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have you got MIP, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. MVP is an offensive category. It is not a defensive category. So having something, of that stature, right? Even if it's elevated from Defensive Player of the Year, because usually that goes to big guys, right? Or shot blockers, somebody who led the league and block shots. But that don't mean that they don't get dunked on. That don't mean that they don't get, I don't know. Defensive Player of the Year to me means you lock everybody up.
Yeah, and teams trying to get away from you. Like when offensively, the things that they're doing to try to take a score out of the game, they need to be doing to you defensively to try to take you out the game. And if they putting you in action, that's a problem.
That's a problem. I mean, when you go back and just look at a lot of the previous Defensive Player of the Year, like they had to be on the floor.
Absolutely.
Or
it don't work.
Had to, or it ain't working.
Yeah.
They were the anchors. When I showed up to Detroit and saw Ben Wallace there with that afro, bro, when he had the afro shooting up like that, I'm like, all right, I see what he on. You know what I'm saying? I know what Big Ben on. Absolutely. Or you show up to, Boston or Memphis and you running into Tony Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Allen checking you up as soon as you put your feet on the mat.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? It's a personality, it's an energy, but it's also like those dudes made it hard every single night, and they had to be on the floor.
Absolutely.
Right? That's it.
NFL playoffs? We're talking about NFL playoffs? You bet we are. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is a key to winning in the NFL playoffs, and the key to you scoring big is betting on them. At DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. If you're ready to place your first bet, make it really simple. A player scoring a touchdown. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook's app, download it, make your pick. Here's another reason to watch your favorite players crush it on the playoffs. If you're a new customer, you bet $5, that's it. $5, get 200 in bonus bets instantly by betting just $5. So score big, DraftKings Sportsbook during the playoffs. Download the app, use the code Colin, COLIN. That will get you $200 in bonus bets if you bet the $200. So if you want $200 in bonus bets, you got to put in the code Colin. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Man, we started a new segment where we gonna give some flowers to some underrated guys, the guys that deserve to shine, that don't quite get the glory for what they're doing. And this week's player is spotlight is Atlanta Hawks' own young fella Jalen Johnson, 19 points, 10 rebounds, shooting 50%. And has been pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks resurgence team that everybody counted out. Thought they'd be fire selling Dray, and Dray has turned it around. I see Dray been checking this year. Dray playing good basketball. Dray playing team basketball. He leading them young guys, and they having an unexpected year. So this week, we got the young fella Jalen Johnson. And my question to you is he the most improved player this year? If not, who is?
I'm rolling. I think he is. He the perfect complement to Trae Young. When you look at his versatility, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 50% shooting from the field, inside on the offensive glass, fast breaks, three-pointer, highlights. Talking about somebody who made that leap. He took it upon himself to be that guy. What John Collins was for Trae Young, he's that and elevated.
Absolutely.
Right. And he gives them a certain versatility where he can guard almost 1 through 5 with the way that they play. And the way he handles the ball, the way he is a playmaker, it opens up a lot for Trae to be off the ball and be more potent in the offense. So talking about somebody who has improved a team and also improved himself, Jalen Johnson has put himself right in the category where he's that #2 guy in Atlanta.
I love it. I think he's playing great basketball, and I definitely think he's the most improved player just with the leaps he's taking. I can stamp that one for sure. Most definitely.
Also, I have to say, if he don't get it, close second.
The Bruin, his Bruin
Norman
brother
Powell.
is coming. I knew it. I knew it.
I'm going with Stormin Norman, right? Less is more. Norman Powell. One, I want to see him make the All-Star game. If he makes this All-Star game, he is definitely most improved player. Talk about somebody, having him on the show, just his level of improvement, getting a chance and taking full advantage of that chance. You got to put Jalen Johnson and Norman Powell right there.
Most definitely. I think Norm's having a great year. I hope to see him be an all-star. It's tough. It's a numbers game, and it's always tough, especially to get your first one. But Norm has definitely improved, man. Since he first came into the league, he was a non-shooter, and now that's what he do, and so just to make that jump in itself is incredible. I think ultimately he will get a nod and end up in an all-star game, whether it's getting a nod originally or someone gets hurt and he gets a nod. But I definitely think Storm and Norm and Powell should and will get an all-star nod. Most improved player, I will go with Jalen Johnson just because, Norm.
Just a level.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a level.
Like the level that the young fella's going, but also Norm is like, taking more advantage of an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we knew coming off the bench, Norm was getting buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we knew Norm was capable of getting the buckets. I think he's just stepped into more of an opportunity, more of a role, with the opportunity being there and just taking advantage of it. But I'm not sure I can go most improved because Norm been nice.
I get it.
I
get it.
So that's my only thing with Norm with that, but he's definitely deserving of being an all-star for sure. 100%.
Let's go. Let's go. Bruins 4 is up. Recently, Scottie Pippen says he wins 6 rings without Michael Jordan. This is water. You know, that's when you tell your friends, man, take a shot.
What's wrong with Scottie, man? Somebody got to check on Scottie, man. I grew up watching them teams, man. I'm a big Scottie fan. Scottie, I don't know what Scottie going through, man, but I send my love because I'm dead ass, man, because you start making comments like Scottie been making lately, and people start to remember you for those comments and not necessarily for being Scottie Pippen. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to downplay who you are and what you've done because of the comments you made lately. And I just don't want to see people doing that to Scottie because Scottie is for damn sure Scottie. And that's why I say, man, I just want to make sure Scottie good, man, because saying stuff like that, like he said him and Michael Jordan, they never sat down for dinner. Like, to me, it sounds like it's coming from a place of pain. You know what I'm saying? Or like MJ, he feeling like MJ kind of never maybe showing him the love that he ultimately think MJ should show. And he's like outwardly looking for that and saying things to like downplay it as opposed to just saying like I feel like he kind of said it like, man, me and Michael Jordan, they never had sit down and had dinner one-on-one. Like, I feel like he crying out and saying what he really crying out for and about. And like, make that happen, man. Like somebody get MJ and Scottie together because if he feel like he need that, like
it ain't gonna happen.
Hey,
bro.
no, dead ass though, BD. Check this out. Check this out.
Hey, bro.
Check this out.
Gonna happen.
Check this out.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm not saying I'm Scottie. Now. I'm not saying I'm Scottie Pippen. But what I am saying is, if somewhere down the line, 20 years from now, I want to have dinner with Steph Curry, I will hope that I can have dinner with Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
that's different.
With all that you've been through with somebody, like you go through these journeys of winning championships, them shit's not easy. And to go on those journeys and not even be able to sit down and have dinner, like I feel like that's Scottie's outcry. And so.
But Michael Jordan don't need dinner.
Michael Jordan do eat dinner, man. Like, the black cat, man.
We ain't never heard about Michael Jordan having dinner with nobody.
And that's fine, but he also ain't like it's Mike and Scottie, man. Like, and it don't matter if he has dinner with anybody else. It's Scottie, man. He need that.
I know. No, he do.
Scottie need that, man. Scottie crying out for that.
He is crying out for that, but you know, shout out to Michael Jordan. Right?
Of course.
Michael Jordan don't give a fly. He ain't tripping at all.
Of course he not.
You feel me? Hey, Michael Jordan is not tripping. Okay? Huh? Who? What? Dinner? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Man. I wonder why he didn't go to dinner with Scottie. It's all making sense now. When you look at the whole picture, it's all making sense now, though.
Man, I'm here to hoop. Michael Jordan was like, I am here to hoop. I do my job. I'm here to do my job. I'm not here to be friends with you. I'm not here to be friends with you. On this court, oh, man, we family. I love y'all.
Scottie
and to Michael Jordan's defense, every time he speaks in an interview, he always says Scottie.
Yeah, he does.
Michael Jordan don't never say Michael Jordan without saying Scottie Pippen.
That's
dog.
a fact.
Right? Michael Jordan always say Scottie, bro. He
Scottie
always say, okay, I get it. He should. Michael Jordan, if you hear me, if you can hear me now, please, bro, go sit down with your dog. You know what I mean? Y'all chop it up. We need to see a Michael Jordan. Maybe we can do a Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen interview, right? Because
right here on the Draymond Green, the Baron Davis
right?
show.
Come on.
Right
come
here.
on, Michael Jordan. Come on, Michael Jordan. I got my ball head, just like Mike. I know how Mike feels because when I cut my hair off, no. I don't want to have dinner. So these are ball head thoughts. These are ball head thoughts. But,
Mike,
dude,
Black
come
Cat,
on, Mike.
MJ.
But Scottie Pippen is a legend, bro. He's a legend.
Pip needs you. Pip needs you, man.
But we got to do a better. I say this: we got to do a better job of talking about how great Scottie Pippen was.
For sure, but he ain't gonna get it doing this dumb shit.
No, he got to chill. Let us do the talking. Let us do the comparing Scottie Pippen to different people.
That man said LeBron James. LeBron James, man said LeBron James chase his ring. I got my bro. You're not gonna say you better than LeBron. Come on, Scottie. Like that's not the way to get
this
people
is what
to
I,
say
this
you're
is
better.
What
That's crazy.
This is what I do say. LeBron is more of a combination of Magic Johnson and Scottie Pippen than he is compared to Michael Jordan.
And that's fine, but he's a combination of Scottie and Magic, which means Scottie stopped.
Yeah.
Scottie,
I'm just saying.
I'm better than LeBron.
So
maybe he didn't say that, but stop.
That's how
he implied.
Scottie got 6 rings, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. Nobody taking that away.
He can pop that.
No, you can, but like some shit at a certain point. Like for instance, all right. So pretty much what you're saying is this. You're pretty much saying I can walk around saying I'm better than Kawhi Leonard.
Don't do that.
No, I'm just saying, like you
don't do that.
You see?
Don't do that.
Like I got 4 rings.
Do that.
Right? Exactly.
Don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
So,
that's not even.
I'm better than Kawhi. Now take that.
Come on, dude. That's not even close.
That. I'm better than Kawhi.
That's not even close.
Hey, no, but that's what you're saying.
That's you and Kawhi don't even play the same position.
I agree, but like it's not
that's
close
like
for LeBron James and Scottie Pippen either.
Like no,
not close.
Yes, it is.
Stop.
Yes,
Come
it
on,
is.
D. Now see. What?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hey, you tripping.
I'm saying Scottie Pippen is a 3. LeBron is a mold of Scottie Pippen meets Magic.
No, LeBron is a mold LeBron.
Right. He's a 1-on-1.
For sure.
But when you look at LeBron's game, Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen, right? And all of the ism that make LeBron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Scottie Pippen is looking at it like, man, I'm a 3, he a 3, and Scottie Pippen puts himself, as he should, in the upper echelon of 3s.
Here's the thing, though. LeBron ain't never really even been a 3. He really like a point guard. Okay. And he came in as a point guard. But even if you want to say Bron's a 3, great. Say a 3, say a 4. I really don't give a damn. Bron and Scottie Pippen is not in the same category.
They are not
that
in
is
the
not
same
the case.
category.
That's just not the case.
I did not say. I said Scottie Pippen. He, as a 3, has won 6 championships.
No, and that's great.
So he's standing on his 6 championships.
And I respect.
He's standing on. I killed in the finals, defensive player of the year, All-Stars. He's standing on all that. I think, when he compare himself to Bron, that's just having confidence in himself.
Bron has had Scottie's career minus the rings twice.
For sure.
Like, minus the 6 rings. He's had Scottie's career twice.
Scottie messed up.
If not 3
with
times.
This last one.
He's had
Scottie messed up with this last one.
Come on, Scottie.
You feel
I'm on Scottie's side, by the way. I got nothing but love for Scottie, but come on, Scottie.
You're not winning those 6 rings without MJ.
Come on, that's ridiculous. If that's the case, then when MJ left, you would have kept winning the rings, Scottie. Like,
you would have went back in the game.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Scottie.
You would have went back in the game.
Quit playing. And then you try to justify the BD. I can't believe you just tried to justify that. It's crazy.
I didn't try to justify nothing. I was speaking from his point of view.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm pissing you off today. Yeah,
listen,
I'm pissing him off.
Listen,
very accurate. Magic, Scottie Pippen, right? That is when you look at LeBron's game, he embodies both of those players.
I ain't rolling.
Very, very not like MJ.
No. Him and MJ
not even player. Close. Yeah.
They're not the same player.
Not even close. Yeah.
No,
Kobe,
totally different games.
MJ.
Yeah, totally different games.
Kobe, MJ, LeBron, Magic, and Scottie Pippen as a hybrid.
No, stop that. Magic, again, I'm a Scottie Pippen fan. Scottie Pippen does not belong in the category with Magic Johnson and LeBron James. I'm sorry. Scottie is the legend. I'm sorry. Scottie just cannot go in that I love
in that
Scottie
category,
Pippen.
Bro.
Zero disrespect to Scottie Pippen. But he cannot go in the category with LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
I'm not putting him in the category.
Come on now. He just like
the greatness of Magic Johnson, the greatness of Scottie Pippen. Mix that all together, you get LeBron James.
I don't know. That's too simple. But I'm not saying like those are both special players. But I'm saying that ain't gonna get it done. Let me think.
Think about it, bro. And then it's somebody, and then it's LeBron-ism, right? It's his approach and his swag. But if you think about Magic and you think about how Pippen play, right? Like that is the cornerstone of the greatness of LeBron James. I'm just saying he's
my mind
equally as great, right? Like Scottie Pippen's greatness, defense, all the things he did. Then you got Magic with the ooh, and just the magic. Then you add what LeBron got with the hops, the athleticism, the strength. That's like, bro, he the perfect combination of them two and Karl Malone.
I'll tell you what, so I had to just move my mind past them being in the same category. And what I had to allow my mind to do was combine the two players. And combining those two players is like, that's insane.
That's insane. That's LeBron James. That's what I'm saying.
And so I can follow you a little bit. Then you add Karl Malone in there, like, that's saying a lot. All right, I rest.
He built like Karl Malone. LeBron James is built like Karl Malone, bro.
I rest.
He the same size as Karl Malone.
Is, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
That makes no sense, man. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. I had to guard him. I had to guard LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like guarding Karl Malone and Magic Johnson all in the same one.
For Bron to be the same size as Karl Malone, for those of y'all that's never seen Karl Malone in person, that man is massive.
Man,
that's a
Karl Malone.
Dude. Yeah, golly. And Bron, him and Bron actually is the same size, which makes no sense.
That's crazy, bro. I'm telling you. All right, man, get at me. Weekly questions from the fans.
Baron, love to ball 20. Baron, who would you say is your best teammates of all time?
Oh man, that's we go with Monte Ellis, Stack Jack, Matt Barnes, Jay Rich, Wiggle Squad, Al Harrington, then you go David Wesley, you go Big Cat, Jamal McGlure. You think about when I had the Knicks trade with Melo, Sean, J.R. Smith, Amari, like we was tight then too.
Did you go with Amari to like the place where it's taking the red wine baths?
I was on the team when they shot that episode. And then one of my all-time favorite teammates, I didn't play with him for a long time, is Zebo, Zach Randolph.
Oh, gee.
Zach Randolph is the funniest dude I've ever met in my entire life, bro.
Zebo.
Zach.
We got to get Zebo on the show.
Hey, bro, I got a Zebo story. We was playing Mike Dunleavy. And so before practice, you know, Mike Dunleavy was one of them coaches, like, you are going to practice for 3 hours. He is going to talk and instruct for 2 hours and 30 minutes, probably 2:15. So I'm like, man, damn, you know, another practice, yo. I start going to the bathroom, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me go to the bathroom, sit in the stall, and wait till wait till the trainer come get me, right? So I'm in the bathroom. We just trained for Zebo. You know, I'm like doing my little routine, like kind of hiding in the bathroom and shit. And then I hear the stall open. I'm like, damn, man, that's the trainer. He about to say, all right, come on, practice. All right. I know Zach been coming. So somebody come sit in the stall next to me, right? So it's the next stall. So I'm like, oh, damn, you know, I'm trying to be quiet, right? People are like, where BD at? I hear, man, shit, I got 6 bitches right now. They ready to go to 2,500 a piece. And I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? He's like, man, I got the blue-eyed bitch. So I come off the toilet, bro. I go, hey, bro, I'm just letting you know I'm here. He's like, oh yeah, you hear me selling my dogs? I got these pit bulls. I said, bro, you gotta be the realest dude I ever met in my life.
Sell dogs.
I was like,
wow.
I said, Dog, I thought you was pimp of the year, dude. The way you were, he was loud, man. We was laughing like shit.
During practice.
No, this is like right before practice started. You know, Zevo come to practice. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, so-and-so. Like, yeah, man, you used to be highly hood. Now you Hollywood. That's hey, bro. Hey, Zevo, hey, we had a yoga instructor. And we used to have to do yoga before practice with the Clippers. And the yoga dude, he was like, all right, guys, let's, down dog. Zemo was like, man, shit, what's all this shit about? I just need to do some of these. And I'm ready to play. Hey, bro, he checked out the yoga shit so fast. He was like, fuck that up.
He never came back.
He was like, man, I ain't doing that shit. I can't do none of that shit. How this gonna help me play basketball? The yoga dude was like, man, you gotta stretch. He was like, man, this shit ain't gonna help me. Hey. Oh yeah, DeAndre Jordan. I did DeAndre Jordan. I had some Clippers, Craig Smith. I had some young dudes.
This man, every teammate in the world he done had.
Man, I love my teammates. I had like good rapport. I had good rapport with my teammates, man. You know, like that was my thing. When I went to a team, I was always trying to like figure out how to make everybody comfortable and give them confidence. Mm-hmm. How can I connect with you to give you some confidence to understand your story, your struggle, whatever it is you're trying to do, bro, I'm trying to help you overcome that when we get on this court. You know what I mean? That was kind of, that was my thing.
I respect it. That's a leader.
Thank you, brother. I follow after you, baby Draymond. That's what they call me at the rec league. Women B-ball GOAT. What do y'all think about the Unrivaled 3-on-3 women's league? Have you checked any of the games out?
Not really. I saw like a couple. I watched maybe like 2 seconds of it. I got upset. I was watching. I don't even know which team it was, but Sabrina Ionescu was playing, and I saw her contest on the 3, and I turned the TV off. Because her contest on the 3,
it wasn't real.
It was just like, it was just kind of a little tired. And when I saw the contestant, it was a little tired. I was just like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't the answer. Like, and I have to try. I try to be very careful with my words because the women's players, they get really upset at me.
They coming for you. They like the beehive.
They be coming at me, but I just got to tell the truth because I got a lot of respect for them women hoopers. They are great basketball players, and I understand, the need to not want to go overseas, and like I understand all of that. But I'm just not sure a 3-on-3 league is the answer because it's a different. It's not the same thing. Like for the brand of basketball that we know these women for and what they're great at. Like, I'm sorry, but me watching Sabrina Ionescu play in a 3-on-3 league, I'm not getting the real Sabrina Ionescu that I just watched win the WNBA Finals. She's not playing the same game. Like, you can take some of these 3-on-3 teams from that Unrivaled team. And, they've been practicing now, so they'll be better, but they could possibly run up against one of those real 3-on-3 teams that this is what they've been doing for 15 years and lose. And yet, if you put them in a 5-on-5 game with that same team, they beat them by 60. But it's just a totally different, it's a totally different brand of basketball. And I just don't think, when you look at growing the women's game, that a 3-on-3 league is about to grow the women's game. They're going to make money, and their whole thing is we're making more money. The average salary is higher than the max salary or something like that in the WNBA. Like, I get all of that, and I want to say first off, let me backtrack a little bit. Kudos to Nafisa and I think Stewie for even getting this off the ground like this, because starting any league is impossible. So for them to get it off the ground, I want to make sure that I do let them know that I respect that. Just the business of getting that off the ground is impossible, and they did it. So I respect that. But like I said, I just don't think that a 3-on-3 league is the answer, and it's showcasing these women's game like it should be showcased for the growth to continue to be the growth. And so I think the answer is somewhere in between, like, you got to get more WNBA games. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the season longer. You got to get all of those things. But I just don't think the answer to their ultimate problem, like, yeah, it's just
3-on-3.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good fix, right? Like, to make more money, like, it works, but it's not the final answer. I just don't think so.
Yeah, I watched it. I have to agree with you on watching it. I feel like I'm more afraid of, because it's like summer runs. Mm-hmm. It's a competitive summer runs that, you're prone to injury. Mm-hmm. Okay. Number two, I would like to discover new talent, right? And be introduced to new talent, right? So I think the superstars playing, right? I don't think that it elevates their stardom, right? Because there's a mystique, right, about a superstar that you cannot pay me enough to play. Now, I get it. They're making money. This is cool. I like the league. I like I like seeing the women hoop. Mm-hmm. But in a 3-on-3 setting, when you're looking at matchups and one-on-one matchups, and one, the time it take like the quarters are hella long. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But there's no matchups. I want to see a matchup that I can buy into. I want to see a matchup where certain people are going at each other, or new talent being discovered, going at somebody. So for me, I think I want to keep watching. I'm fully in support of women-owned, women-led, women-invested league. I want to see this league grow into something of its own, where it is a discovery of talent, but it also is a place that we want to watch more women's basketball. My only issue is when the superstars are playing in the off season and it's highly competitive, you are more prone to injury. Mm-hmm.
No, that's a fact.
And they don't travel. So if they travel, then you can build the fan base. Mm-hmm. But I think it's hard to be in one space, one place to watch the same backdrop, the same setting, and not have the energy of the fans a part of it. Whether it's a big arena or a small arena, I want to see different cities.
Yeah.
And if they traveled the game, it would expand the game. So that's just, me putting my thinking hat on. As a part, if they wanted to hire me, that would be cool too.
I respect that. You played in the Big Three. Do you see some comparison to the Big Three in this league?
Absolutely not.
The Big Three ain't helped the game of basketball grow one bit. No disrespect to Q, love what he's doing, but it ain't helped the growth at all.
Yeah, the intentions of the Big Three is not pure. They are doing a service, right, to our sport, giving people jobs, giving people outlets. So I always support that, but I don't really think that the Big Three is as tightly organized and structured as Unrivaled. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. But playing in the Big Three is tough because it's half court, people in shape, people not in shape. You're frustrated, you're tired. But the cool thing about the Big Three was when I played, I got a chance to play against dudes that I played against, dudes that I was teammates with. That was my homeboys. But I think half court's I like the full court versus the half because I always say, like, man, it's just you watching motherfuckers brick all day.
Yeah.
And Draymond, I'm unstoppable in 3-on-3. I just got hurt.
You was ass.
Unstoppable.
You was ass out there.
Unstoppable. Hey, bro. Unstoppable.
Oh, you was cheeks.
Unstoppable. Unstoppable. You know what my thing was? I was like, well, nobody could guard me when I was in the league. What makes them think that they're going to be able to guard me 3-on-3?
Can't move no more. Now that left to right, Draymond, you had right to left. Hey, that don't work no more.
Bro, Draymond, I'll post you up. I'll post you up and get buckets on you.
I can't see you. You ain't gonna get no buckets on me.
Hey, defensive player of the year. You hear that? I will post you up, bro, and get buckets on you.
When Kyle Lowry retired and been retired for about 5 years, y'all should have a post matchup.
Bro, he too. Come on, that's the little homie.
Y'all should have a post matchup.
We're the big dogs. You got to think they used to put all big guards, threes. You right in that wheelhouse. Just
you ain't want to see me.
2, jump
you
hook.
You ain't want to see me.
1. I'm like Hakeem Olajuwon down there.
I probably would have guarded you.
Hey, look, man, Hakeem seen me when I was with the Knicks, when he was working out Amari, when he was doing the workout. Man, it's the ultimate compliment ever. Hakeem I'm walking on the court. I start rebounding at the end. Hakeem walked off the court. He said, man, he don't know you right here. He could have.
Wow. Wow.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, bro. Draymond.
Wow. Hey. He
got
it.
Hey.
Listen, though.
Up and unders.
Listen, though. He gassed you. Relax.
No way.
He gassed you.
I want the fans to pull up make a Baron Davis post highlight so you can watch it. And then you tell me, I can guard him in the post.
I used to watch Baron Davis.
No offense. You are the defensive player of the year. But I am unguardable.
I used to watch Baron Davis, so I remember you posting up, but fuck out of here, man. You wasn't scoring.
You too little.
Yeah, stop it. You wasn't scoring. Crazy. No chance you scoring.
Jump hook.
No, you not.
Pump fake.
You ain't getting none of that. It's a
and
wrap.
you know all them fouls you be doing? Man, and ones. You ain't strong enough to take me down. And ones, I know. And one.
This is ridiculous, man. You
I'm trying out next year, I'm telling you.
We'll see. I'll provide the clips right here on the show. I'm gonna embarrass
my
this guy.
tryout.
I'm gonna embarrass this guy. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. BD, I gotta get out of here. BD is he trying me. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is the night.
I can't help myself. It's been a long night. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, that's a wrap from the Draymond Green Show with the main man, BD Baron Davis, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. That's a wrap, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, out.